Greetings, everyone. I'm going to talk to you about enduring to the end. Before I go there, some of you may wonder why I'm wearing this little hat. When I was in the hospital for the 33 days, I shaved my hair off. Not bald, but really short, because it was getting too long and it was difficult to manage and keep clean. So I shaved it right down using the number one attachment to my hair trimmer. And I basically ended up with no hair, so my head gets cold. And it is getting cold here in Georgia. We're expecting black ice and, in some areas, snow, which is unusual for this part of the world. But what I'd like to talk to you about is the statement that Jesus made. Now, he made this statement a number of times. Matthew chapter 10, verse 22. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. Now, the implication here is that because you're going to be hated, the tendency would be to give up. And so Jesus encourages people, endure to the end, because you get saved by enduring. It's not a done deal the minute you believe in Jesus. Jesus asks you to endure to be saved. And Matthew chapter 24, verse 13, Jesus repeats the statement, but he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Does that resonate with you? Does it make sense that you must endure in the faith? If you fall away from the faith, surely you have not endured. And if you did not endure because you fell away, does that mean you still get to go to heaven? I don't think so. I think Jesus is being very clear here. Enduring to the end guarantees your salvation. Your faith in Christ is important. Make no mistake about it. But you're enduring in the faith, continuing to believe, never losing faith, never falling away. That's why Paul in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 refers to the apostasy, the falling away. Apostasy comes from a Greek word that means falling away from something you previously believed. That's apostasy. So if you previously believed in Jesus Christ, that is, you had the faith, but you stopped believing, then you have fallen away or apostatized, and therefore not endured to the end. So this is what Jesus is talking about. Now, Paul wrote to Timothy, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness. So by keeping the faith, that is continuing to believe, never giving up faith in Christ, because you have done that, Paul did that. He finished the course. He kept the faith. He fought the good fight. And then he concludes, henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness. That righteousness is the righteousness of Christ, the righteousness of saints, as stated in the book of Revelation, the righteousness of saints. So if you want the crown of righteousness, you can't start the course and give up the fight in the middle and lose faith. You must endure to the end to be saved. Jesus said so. Those words are very plain, and you have to take this seriously. So the nominal Christian who thinks he went and got saved at a Billy Graham crusade and then can live like hell, that is not a saved person. Once you're in the faith, you endure to the end. You stay in the faith. You believe in Christ. You do the things that he said you were to do. You get out into the world and you share the gospel, making disciples of all men. It's a very important factor. That's what Paul was doing. That's what Jesus talked about. You don't get a free pass just because you said some words at a Billy Graham crusade or some other silly meeting or conference. There is a tangible measurement of your salvation. You must endure to the end to be saved. Stay in the faith. One does not fall away by doing bad works. That's something else. These verses never say that. It's always about enduring in the faith. You fall away, apostatize, as the Greek word means, by losing faith, by no longer believing. And that act of no longer believing is demonstrated in your works. James wrote, I'll show you my faith by my works. So these verses all fit together, and they're all about enduring to the end, fighting the good fight, finishing the course, keeping the faith. Then you get the prize. The prize comes at the end of the race, end of the course. No race is ever run and the prize is given at the beginning. That's absurd. You must finish the race. God bless. Thank you for listening.